and welcome to GSC at Home, bringing you a bit of science every day at 10 AM. My name is Natalie, and today we're going to be learning about how sound travels through different materials. Sound is made when objects vibrate. It might not always look like it, but if something is making a sound, then some part of it must be vibrating. For example, if I clap my hands, then my hands make the air molecules next to them start vibrating. They start shaking and they bump into the air molecules next to them, and then they start vibrating, and this keeps going all the way to my ear, and the air molecules vibrate in my ear, and that is what I hear as the sound. For today's experiment, we're going to need a few things. The first thing you'll need is some type of metal sturdy wire object, maybe a coat hanger or a grill from your oven. I have a whisk that I'm going to be using. We also need some string, some scissors to cut the string with, and possibly some object like a spoon that we're going to hit our metal object with. If you have someone there, that can help you. The first thing that we need to do is we need to cut our string. So if you get your string and your scissors, and with some adult supervision, you cut it between maybe 50 centimetres, 75 centimetres long. Okay, so we've got some string just here, and next we're going to tie one end of each of the string on our object. Now we have our object with some string attached at each end. So what I want you to do now is I want you to take your spoon and tap the object. Listen to what sound it makes. Is it a loud sound? Is it a quiet sound? Is it very high pitched? Is it low pitched? Next, what I want you to do is take the ends of your strings. And what we're going to do is we're going to take each end and we're going to tie it around our fingers. You can do this with both fingers. I'm just going to do it with one. And you're going to put both fingers in your ears, and then you're going to get somebody else to hit it with your spoon. Now, I don't have enough hands, so I'm just going to do it with one, but it's much better if you can do it with more. So we're going to put one in each ear, and then... Now, you can't hear what I can hear, because that makes a much louder and much lower pitched sound to me. It's actually really cool, and it wouldn't be the kind of sound that you would expect. This is definitely an experiment that you have to try yourself to believe, but definitely give it a go because it makes a really funny sound. Now that you've done that, you can do some experimenting. You can try lots of different objects and change things up. You can get different metal objects, try and get some plastic objects, try and change the string. Does changing the type of string, maybe to a wire, change anything? What if you change the object that you're hitting it with? Can you change where the string is? The length of the string? What changes are sounds? So what's happening here? Well, you might have noticed that different objects make different kinds of sounds, and that metals make the most sound when we listen to it through the string. And that's because these metal objects can vibrate a lot more. In fact, you might be able to see if you touch the wiring of your metal object, you can even see it vibrating, which means that those sound waves are going to travel. And unlike when we were listening to it before, where the sound waves are traveling through the air, when we have this tied around our finger and we're listening to it like this, the sound waves are instead traveling through the string. And when we listen to sounds, they travel differently through different materials, through solids, liquids, and gases. The string is a solid, and the air that we listen to the sound through is a gas. But the air molecules are spaced much further apart than the molecules inside a solid, like our string. So the sound waves don't tend to travel as far, they disappear. Whereas in the string, with our molecules packed so close together, the sound waves can travel a much greater distance, all the way through our string, straight to our ears, where we hear a much louder sound. So there we go, we've explored how different materials make different sounds. If you've got any questions, please comment down below and we'll do our very best to answer them. Tell us what materials you used and what sounds you liked best, and we'll see you tomorrow at 10 AM.